So, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is heading to Japan at the end of August, and there's a lot of talk about it. But, with all the trips he takes, what makes this one so incredibly important? Well, let's unpack it.
Oh, and real quick, welcome to the Untold Facts. If you like what we do here, breaking down these big global topics, do us a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It honestly helps us out a ton. Thanks.
So, let's get right to the core question. Modi is constantly flying somewhere for a summit or a meeting. Why is this visit to Japan being watched so closely? Why is everyone calling it strategically critical? Not just for the two of them, but, for all of Asia.
To figure that out, we're going to break it down. We'll look at why this is way more than just a typical visit. Then we'll dive into the security alliance they're building, the money and tech that form its backbone, how it's shaping the region's future, and finally, why this partnership has become, truly indispensable.
Okay, first up, this is not just about photo ops and handshakes. This visit is all about cementing and accelerating what has quietly become one of the most important partnerships in the entire continent. So here's the main idea, the big thesis for this whole explainer. The India-Japan relationship isn't built on just one thing. It stands on three massive pillars. You've got security, the economy, and a shared vision for the future of Asia. Each one reinforces the other, and that's what makes it so powerful. Let's start with that first pillar, security. Because honestly, it's kind of wild how fast the defense relationship between India and Japan has deepened. We're talking about a massive shift over the last 15 years or so. Back in 2014, they gave it this really official-sounding name, the Special Strategic and Global Partnership. And trust me, that's not just diplomatic fluff. It's the highest level of partnership you can have, and it signals that these two countries see each other as absolutely essential for their foreign policy goals and for keeping the peace in the region. And you can literally chart the progress. It began with a basic declaration in 2008, then boom, 2019, they launched the 2+2 talks, which is huge. It means their top defense and foreign policy officials are all in the same room making decisions together. A year later, they signed the ACSA, which lets their militaries share bases and supplies. And then in 2022, they're tackling cybersecurity together. Each step is a massive jump in trust and cooperation. And this isn't just about old-school military stuff. That cybersecurity pact is all about the future of conflict. They're working together on everything from sharing intelligence on digital threats to collaborating on next-gen tech like 5G and even AI. They're basically building a shared digital defense shield for the 21st century.
And all this cooperation isn't just on paper. They are out there, training together constantly. And look at this. It covers every single branch. You got Malabar for the navies, Dharma Guardian for the armies, Shinyu Maitri for the air forces, and even Sahoyo Kaijin for their coast guards. This isn't just practice. It's about building what the military calls interoperability, making sure their forces can work together like a single well-oiled machine if they ever need to.
Okay, but a strong alliance today needs more than just troops and ships. You need a powerful economic and tech backbone to support it. And that is exactly what India and Japan have been building. Just take a look at this number, $7 billion. That's how much Japan invested directly into India in 2023 alone. It's a staggering amount, and it makes Japan one of the absolute top investors in the Indian economy, year after year. And that money is going into projects that are literally changing the map of India. We're talking about the huge Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail. Japan is providing the tech and the cash for that. And maybe even more importantly, they're funding road projects in India's northeast, a really strategic area that's key to India's Act East vision. And now, they're pushing into the most critical technology of our time, semiconductors. They signed a major deal in 2023, but look at how they're doing it. It's so smart. They're not just building one factory, they're working together on the whole chain, from designing the chips to doing the research, training the people, and, this is the big one, building a resilient supply chain so they aren't totally dependent on one single source for these vital components. So you've got this deep security alliance and this powerful economic partnership. What happens when you put them together? Well, the impact starts to radiate outwards, and these two countries begin to actively shape the future of the entire Indo-Pacific. What's so amazing is how perfectly their big picture strategies align. You have India's Act East policy, which is all about connecting more with Southeast Asia. And then you have Japan's vision for a free and open Indo-Pacific, which is about ensuring stability and freedom of navigation across the seas. It's like they wrote two different playbooks that ended up being for the exact same game. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Japan's own Prime Minister, Fumio Kishida, said it as clearly as possible. When talking about his Indo-Pacific plan, he said, quote, "To achieve this plan, India is an indispensable partner." Indispensable. That one word tells you everything you need to know about how Tokyo views New Delhi. So, how does this actually work in practice? Well, think of it like those Russian nesting dolls. At the very core, you have the super strong bilateral relationship between just India and Japan. That strong core makes the next layer possible, trilateral stuff with the United States. And that trilateral layer forms the foundation for the biggest doll, the Quad, which brings in Australia. Each layer supports and strengthens the others. And if you're wondering just how important that core relationship is, Japan's former ambassador to India put it bluntly, without India, Quad cannot exist. That's an incredible statement. It shows that India isn't just another member of the group. It's the absolute linchpin holding the whole thing together.
So let's bring it all home. When you add all of this up, you realize this isn't just another friendly relationship. It's become something truly essential for both countries and, frankly, for the stability of the entire region.
So, to recap, Modi's visit isn't about creating something new. It's about pouring gasoline on a fire that's already burning bright. It's about strengthening those three pillars we talked about: a security alliance that gets tighter every year, an economic and tech engine building the future, and a shared vision for a free, open, and prosperous Asia.
Which leaves us with one final, huge question to think about. As these two massive powers in Asia build this incredibly deep partnership, what do you think the biggest ripple effect will be for the rest of us, for the rest of the world? It's definitely something worth considering. Thanks for watching.